Hi there and welcome to another exciting episode of The Realtor with me, Karanja Daniel. As you know, our show is all about giving you customers or viewers innovative ideas and products in the market that can help you save not only time, labor, but also costs in putting up your project. Today, this is what we're bringing to you. Concrete precast slabs that can not only save you time, but also money in your next project. Joining us on the show is an expert who will give us more details as to how this product is available and how you can get it and use it for your project. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Kindly introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Thank you very much for hosting us. My name is George Mutua, Global Precast Panels, and this is our factory. You're most welcome. This is where we do everything. We have a variety of products.
Yes.
From precast walls, precast slab, precast columns and beams, H-beams for the fence, and ideally what you're trying to do is giving you solutions when it comes to matters construction. So we have all the products in-house, and this is where we make them. And we are able to work with any kind of structures, small, big, story, and all that. And this is where everything is done. And now, before we take the products to the customers out there.
Before we even get into the process and the various products that you have, kindly expound for us or for the viewers, what are precast concrete slabs?
Precast, like the name suggests, is something that has been made that's prior to assembly. So we make a house here, ideally, and then now we transport it to the customer where we need to do the assembly. Precast is something that is not very new. It's been used elsewhere in Western countries because they don't have the luxury that we have of having the quarry stones and all that. So this is what they use. So it's a model that is being used elsewhere, but it's still new in our country. So this is what you're trying to introduce to the market and trying to make sure that we change the way construction is done because of the many and various advantages that it offers to the markets.
Right.
Yeah, so precast is something that is done as assembly or a factory, and then it's transported to a customer. Yes.
So the various units or the various parts of the house are prepared here, and all you do is take them to the client's site, put them up, and the house is already done.
Precisely.
All right. How did this idea come about to you? What inspired you, to put up this type of a business?
Well, we've done construction before, and we went through a lot of hassle, and now there's a time we wanted to do a house, and we didn't have much time. We were looking for options that we could put up a house within the shortest time possible and with a lot of convenience, because like everyone is hustling, everyone is busy working and all that. We don't have time to go and supervise a construction going on. So when we started doing some research, then we realized that we fall short of those options, because people know the traditional brick and mortar, and that's what they believe is like a house. So when we're doing our research, then we realized that we couldn't get something. So we dug deeper, and then now we came across precast. Unfortunately, we realized that in Kenya we don't have such kind of products. Then it made us now think, how could we have this product that can do this within a short period? And we tried that. Actually, we tried that with our house, and it worked, and that's how the idea was born.
So you tried it out first with your own house.
Exactly.
Before you brought it out for other clients.
Yes.
So the products was brought about as a result of a problem that you saw already in the construction industry, especially when it comes to time, as you mentioned, and you thought that this would be the suitable solution for it.
Exactly.
How has been the reception so far?
The reception has been good so far. People embracing technology, people embracing new ideas because of the many benefits that comes with doing precast as compared to the traditional brick and mortar. So the reception has been good, although we're still facing a few challenges here and there in the market, considering that people don't usually like to embrace new things.
Yes.
There's a bit of resistance. I think we'll talk much about that later on. But so far so good, and we are saying this is the future, this is the way to go when it comes to construction. So we just want to change the whole industry and how things have been done before.
As you mentioned, Kenyans and a lot of Kenyans are used to the traditional brick and mortar way of putting up houses. Can we compare the two and say this is equally as strong as the traditional way of doing houses?
Definitely, if you do some research on precast, it's pre-stressed. That means the concrete slabs for whichever product are manufactured or prepared under a lot of stress, which makes now them even much more stronger than the traditional brick and mortar. Yeah, because if you look around, you can see the kind of machinery that we use. They are heavy machinery, and now even now when it comes to the ratios, everything is automated. So it's easy for you to get it right as compared to when you're doing stuff at the site, whereby there could be chances of even not getting the mixtures or the ratios right, and among many other benefits that comes with it. So in terms of strength, this is more strong compared to the traditional brick and mortar, in the sense that whichever slab that you're talking about, whether for the slab or for the walls, they have reinforcement, which if you're to do the normal stones, there is no reinforcement. The only thing that you have is just the stone. But now we're talking of concrete that has already been reinforced and has already been manufactured through a lot of stress. So it makes it stronger. Yeah.
Are there any advantages, more advantages apart from the strength that you have mentioned, that you can give to the future homeowners or future builders of any project that would incline them to use recessed cast?
There are so many advantages. I think it would take a week to exhaust, but we can just mention a few. So normally when you're doing a construction, you need stones, you need sand, you need cement, and then you need now to go and start your construction. What you're saying, when you're doing precast, you don't need all that. So if you have to take the price of sand, cement, stones, and even the labor that you spend and compare the price of precast per square meter, then you realize this is cheaper. When it comes to installation, a house can be put up, having done the foundation, you can do a house within 3 to 4 days. Then the 4th or the 5th day, you're already roofing. What that means is that you reduce in a big way when it comes to your labor cost. Then there are so many things that comes with this kind of construction. Like for the walls, you can see the panels are hollow. That means when you're doing your services, that is electricals and plumbing, you don't need to come to hack so that you can pass your conduits or your water pipes. So that has been provisioned for. Then you can see also the products, like if you look at the wall panels, they are pretty smooth. So after you finish, you don't need to do any form of plastering. So it means it's ready. You can apply your whatever finishes, and you're good to go. You don't take now, if you to take the time you'd have spent plastering, and of course the cost that comes with it, and even the curing. So you realize that you cut cost on that. Then you are very precise. What that means is if you give me a room that is X width and X height, it means we only get exact quote for that kind of a wall. What means that what that means is that you avoid a lot of wastage, in the sense that you get exact for that house. Normal construction, you find someone doing a construction and then they are left with a huge heap of sand, probably stones, which they don't even know where to take them after. Yeah, and it's a huge cost, it's a huge budget. So even when people talk about someone is stealing a few bags of cement here and there, this is Kenya, that's what we talk about. Yes. People are saying there is, I've lost a few bags of whatever it is. Then this one, you can rest assured that what your house demands, you get exact as per your house. No wastages, no less, no excess. Because even at times we fall short, yes, whereby someone has done a quotation and then later on you're being told, okay, add as a few wheelbarrows of sand. Where does that leave you? Then the panels, all of them are soundproof. They are also, they are also waterproof and fireproof as well. So those are just a few advantages that I could mention.
Quite some advantages to incline you, the viewer, or in your next project to take up such panels. As you can see behind us, there's already some panels that are already being put out or being shipped out to some of the clients. Now let's talk about something about these particular panels, and if I have a project, what's the procedure would client have to go through? Let's say I want to build up a house. I've come with my architectural drawings and I need precast fabrications from you. What's the procedure from there on?
For us, it's very easy. What we need from you is actually the plan. Why I'll say it's easy is because with a plan, all the plans or all house plans have precise measurements. If it's the length, if it's the width, if it's the height, if it's the size of the bathroom, the size of the kitchen. So this is another advantage in the sense that you can come with your plan, sit down for like 5 to 10 minutes, and we generate a quotation for you, because it's very easy. If this slab has standard measurements and the plan has standard measurements, why would I take like a whole month to generate a quotation for you? So you can just sit down and then we're able to generate a quote for you, as long as the plan has the dimensions, which is also a benefit that you'll not get with the traditional brick and mortar, because someone will have now to call, where are the stones coming from, how much are the prices, how much is sand going for in this rainy season, like even like where we are in Kajiado, are they still selling sand? If they are, what would be the cost? So even the time that someone takes before they get a quotation, it's shortened by far. So for us, it's just walk in with a plan and then we're able to give you a quotation. And we are looking at between 30 to 40% savings because, of course, this is part of the affordable housing and because of the benefits that I've mentioned. Right. Yes.
Let's take a practical example. A 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house. I've approached you with a plan. You've given me a quotation. Probably have made a down payment. How long should the fabrication of the particular house take?
We are saying from inception to completion, you're looking at a month or less. The normal traditional way will take you anything between 2 to 3 months or even could be longer. And we are saying this one we can take the shortest time possible because everything is precast and everything is ready. So when you come to your site, it's just a matter of assembly and then you have a house within a few days. In terms of costing, we are looking at, depending now on the size and the design, we are looking at anything between 1 million to 1.5 for a 3-bedroom house, for instance. And then now for the finishes up to completion can be anything between 2 million to 2.5 million, now depending again on the type of finishes that you do. So we are saying compared to the other methods, this is like, you'll save at least 30 to 40%. 30
to 40% savings on your next project. Well, I'm sure our viewers are wondering all these products behind us, what are they and how they're used. So we'll take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we want to know about all these products and how you can use them in your next project.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
Afisas, nina criminal ameniibia kitu kwa nyumba.
Funga hii twende ofisa. Fande bufungua hapa. Simkule ka breakfast kidogo alafu twende. Simshakula evidence.
Ati nini?
Exhibit mumekula. Nitoripiwa?
Sinijia alikuwa ameiba. Tumekula exhibit.
Selector, the difference is in the taste. You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
Welcome back. I'm sure you're now wondering how these precast concrete slabs are made, and we are at the beginning stage where the process starts and it will be explained to us. Kindly tell us what happens.
Okay, now here we have various types of aggregates.
Yes.
Per the requirements or per the standards. So you can see we have this. We have this one here.
Yes.
We have another one at the back and then another one here. So each plays its own role in terms of making sure that the product meets the desired strength. So we take all these like these gentlemen are doing, we put them in a mixer. So we have aggregates and we have cement as well. So we take everything and then we mix. So
all right.
We have our mixer there. This is for small scale. We have the other mixer there when we're doing large scale, which is fully automated. So it's a matter of just putting the aggregates and the ratios right.
As you can see, they're already mixing
the water.
We
have the water, so that now we mix everything there. So once we have all the aggregates as per the measurements that are required, then now the mixer does the mixing. And once the mixing is done, we take it now to the hopper.
All right.
That's called a hopper. The hopper is able to move. So this hopper is the one that feeds the extruder. So once the mix has been poured to the hopper, then the hopper takes it to the extruder or the machine or the vibrating machine. So
Right.
that is what now makes us relevant. Yes.
So we can see the,
Yeah,
you
can
call it the
see-
loader?
Yeah, you can see the hopper moving
Uh-huh.
to take the mixer to the extruder.
All right, so it takes it all the way to the its resting place, if I may say so, for curation.
Definitely.
All right. So how long does curation take?
Once we've done them there, they stay there for 2 days. Then we cut as per the customer size. Remember, I told you we are very precise. So if your height is 2.7, then we cut 2.7.
So you can say you have an element of customization, which
yes,
is
you can do whichever height that you want, which now it's another advantage because some methods will limit you, telling you that you can have your roof this high. So here we are not limited, we just work with your design. Now after they've been cut as per the desired sizes or heights, then now we put them here for curing. We cure them
Alright.
for another 5 days. Then now they are ready for transportation to the site. So in total, we are saying within 7 days, you have your panels ready. Yes.
Quite interesting. Maybe something you ought to mention to me. Is there any other ingredient apart from what we have seen, the sand, the small ballast? Is there any other thing that you use to strengthen the panel itself?
Yes, of course. Now when you look at where we are making them, there is galvanized steel that is now attached to the ground where we are making them, just to make sure that they are more strong, so compared to the other methods. But that the galvanized steel, the machine is able to pick and now do the vibration and the press stressing accordingly. So that's another advantage in the sense that they are more stronger.
All right. Well, I think we should go see a panel that has already,
Definitely.
taken its process on the ground, probably on its curation stage of some sort.
Sure.
All right, let's go then.
So, like you're asking about reinforcement,
Aha.
this is what we are talking about.
The steel.
Yes, this is steel, just to make sure that the panels are more stronger. And now, once we have them here,
Yes.
now the machine will now take care of the rest. And now here we have our panels, and now what we usually have is one straight line
All the way.
running from here all the way to the end. And now we cut them as per the desired height. Like I
And that's
mentioned.
the machine that you use
That's
to.
now the cutting machine, which now cuts whichever size that the customer
Yes.
is looking for or what they would want for their house to.
Wow, this
That's
is
what
interesting.
would be the height.
All right.
Yes.
This is interesting. Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
we can see that the panels have a hollow element inside them.
Yes.
How does that happen? How does the machine do it?
It's automated, so the machine takes care of that.
All right.
Yes.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, people think there are pipes that you are passing.
Yeah, I also thought that.
Not at all. The machine takes care of that.
All right.
Yes.
I can understand how technology is really making it easy for you. So that's the machine that cuts them up to the preferred size. So if I want 3 meters, I can get 3 meters. If I want 2.5,
Whichever size you want.
to the exact size.
Yes.
All right. And I can see the steel is already inside in
Yeah,
some
so
of them.
these ones have been done, so these ones will be removed, and then now we cure them for a few days.
All right.
So once we do that, after curing, then the last step is loading and take them to the customer together with the technicians, and then they do the job.
All right. Let's go see some of the products that are already ready to be loaded.
Okay.
Because I can see you have quite a number of them.
Yeah, probably
that are.
start here.
Oh, yes.
This is the precast slab.
Precast slab.
Yes. This one is, the slab is just the slab.
Uh-huh.
When you're doing a story building,
Yes.
so instead of doing the traditional method, which means now you have to start from the formwork,
Yes.
you come to doing the deformed bars, then now you come to cast. After casting, you have to wait for 21 to 28 curing days.
Yes.
So we are saying you can avoid that by just having this, which we just put on top of the beams. And actually even these ones were able to cut any height. So this one is placed between a beam to beam. So you don't
Alright.
even need any reinforcement in the middle.
No reinforcement
This
needed.
one, you just place it, and then on top you do your finishes. If you're doing tiling, you just tile. and
On
you're
top
good
of
to
this.
go. And then now when you look at it, the hollows,
Yes.
that is what I was talking about now. It's for electricals and plumbing.
So
you
my
don't-
chandelier can just hang from anywhere.
Exactly. You just need to drill where you need to have your light, or you need to have your water, tap or pipe. So this is a precast slab. And we are saying now, because this one is usually a higher building, we have a
Yes.
crane that we use to lift, especially when it comes to very high floors.
All right.
So these ones are ready for transportation. You can see everything has been cut to various sizes,
Yes.
depending on the customer specifications, the customer's plan. Yeah, now we also have the precast wall panels.
This one's right here.
These ones right here, you can also see that there are various
Sizes again,
depending
as
on-
per the clients
as
that
per
you
the
have.
clients. Now these ones are also ready. So these ones, they interlock. So you just go, and then there's a male and a female side. So they just
Wow.
interlock, then you have one long wall. So
So
once
they just go
interlock,
together, and
you're good.
do they need some sort of maybe some slight cement mixed with water to glue them together?
Not at all, because now the groove has been made by the machine, so it's very slight, very precise. So once they interlock,
That's it. They're good.
So the only thing now, when you're doing your finishes, probably when you're doing your skimming or paint work, they'll take care of the joints where they interlock and nothing much.
So that's a wall ready to be painted or to be applied an effective finish.
Precisely.
Wow,
Yes.
that's really convenient.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, and then here we have now the H-beam.
The H-beam.
Yes, this is now for doing the walls. So what you're saying, if you're doing your perimeter wall, instead of casting, doing the whole foundation, you can just cast the H-beam only. This is what needs to be casted on the floor, on the ground, and then you have it reinforced. Then now you can have your panels coming
Yes,
in.
I can notice there's a groove
Yeah, so this is
on both sides.
Yeah, this is where the panel comes in.
All right.
And then you have your wall, and then it's also a very finished product, because when you're doing a perimeter wall, after you've done it, you'll do what is called dressing.
Yes.
Dressing is coming back to plaster and doing the key or doing
Yes,
the
to make it
design,
look, you know.
which is an extra cost.
It's
So
an
we're
extra
saying
cost.
Here you avoid the cost of foundation, and now you avoid the cost of dressing. That gives you a very beautiful perimeter wall at minimal cost.
This-
Right here we have the precast columns
Precast columns.
and the beams. And what we are saying is, instead of doing this at the side because of the inconveniences that it comes with,
Yes.
you can have this done here, same manner. Then now we transport. So the only thing we'll do for the columns is just cast the base. Then everything else is precast. Now you can do it whichever floors that you want.
So
Same concept. This is the machine. It's cast here, vibrated. Now when after 2 days we remove the machine, and then now we also cure the columns and the beams. for 7 days.
can the columns be used both vertically and horizontally?
Yes, if you look at it, it's the same size, so you can use them whichever way. They have reinforcement, like you can see, just like the way we do it normally. But what it means that is that you remove the hassle of you doing it at the site, the mess, the inconveniences
Yes.
that it comes with. Now this one, you just tell us my column is this height, and then we also custom make it for you, just like any of our products.
All right.
So that ensures that whatever you get is precise, less headaches and less wastage of materials.
Is it also connectable to the panels that we have seen all around?
Definitely. All these things work together.
All
So
right.
like when you're doing a story building, now you have your columns, you have your beams, you have your slab, and then you have your walls.
All right.
And you're good to go. And
Well-
all these takes a very short time. Because now when you're doing a house, it means now we transport everything at a go. Then within a few days
We
are
come
on
and
your
assemble
sites,
it.
and then we don't take forever.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I think we have seen, or rather our viewers have seen, most of the products that you have here, from the wall panels to the slabs and also the column beams. But they want to see what the actual product looks like, how the setup is done. Is there somewhere we can see this?
Definitely.
All
Come with
right.
me.
All right,
Show
let's go.
something.
Let's go. Well, as you can see, we have now changed to the office attire as we are outside his office, which is made with precast slabs as well as pillars. And before we go inside and have a look, kindly explain to us how the look is made to make it feel like a normal brick and mortar house, office rather.
Welcome to our office. This is where you operate from.
Yes.
Like you can see, this is now made of precast. All the products, from the columns, the beams, to the wall panels. And like I was saying before, once you have the panels which do interlock, you don't need to do anything. You just do your final finish, whichever paint that you want to achieve. And basically, this is what you can see. This is the end product of precast.
All right.
Yes, once it's finished, you can tell the difference between precast and any other form of building. So all the products that we've been talking about, here they are.
Simply put into practice here.
Exactly.
Let's have a look inside.
Yes, please. You're most welcome.
All right.
Please come in.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Wow.
This is our office.
This is
where
amazing.
we operate from.
Uh-huh.
This is our reception, and then this is where some of our team sits. Of course, we have other team that sit upstairs.
All right.
This is the finish that you get when you use precast. Where they are supposed to be joints,
You can hardly see them.
You can do any type of finishes that you wish. If you want to have your wall hangings, because people ask, can I have the normal finishes, or can I have wall hangings? Can I have kitchen cabinets or wardrobes?
Yes.
You can see anything goes. Anything that you do with the brick and mortar, you're able to achieve that. Only that this one now gives you a peace of mind, and of course you save money.
And the walls can be applied any color, any paint.
Any color, any finish. If you want to clad with tiles, whatever, it's up to you.
Well, this is beautiful. I think you're doing a wonderful job helping many Kenyans to give them other ideas as to how they can put up their own property, whether it be for business purposes or for residential purposes, especially with the government's initiative to provide affordable housing. I think this is a wonderful way that you're doing it. What's your final advice to somebody who wants to put up their own house? I know they're watching right now. What would you tell them?
What I can see is that there's a lot of hassles, challenges, disappointments that comes with home owning or construction in general. But when you go precast, you can never get it wrong. Everything is precise. We are looking at things the way they're supposed to be, and we're saying this is the next big thing in construction. So please pay us a visit. We'll be more than glad to serve you, and feel free to call us or ask any questions. You can follow us on social media. Everything is global precast.
All right.
Yes, and
Well,
thank you very much for having us on this show.
Thank you very much for giving us an opportunity to explain about your business and how you're helping Kenyans. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you next time.
All right. Well, viewers, we have come to the end of another exciting episode of The Realtor. And of course, as promised, we give you insights as to new ideas and innovation products in the market that you can use for your next project, be it commercial or residential. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the show. Make sure you keep giving us your feedback through our social media handles. We will be glad to hear from you. Until next time, keep it right here on TV 47.